as you know, we've been creating some kind of toy figures in the likes of the blister packaging and so on with it. And I've been showing you how to get kind of better and better and better results. Depends on the kind of the text prompt that you're giving it. Along the way, though, you're also going to want to actually kind of explore some new ideas and things. So this is all about kind of creating more of an art kind of based than anything else with it. And just give you some ideas, and there's prompts below that you'll be able to actually kind of copy and so on with it. So the first thing that I did, let me just move this over to the side a minute. The first thing I did, I went on to ChatGPT. Remember, I'm using the free version, not the plus version of ChatGPT. So I do run out of kind of credits in a day, as it were, for the free option. Whereas if you go for ChatGPT Plus, you kind of get a lot more kind of results in your working day. So the main thing for me here was to kind of, first of all, just kind of look at the different art styles that is out there. Now, I'm a massive fan of Andy Warhol and the pop art culture anyway. So one of the first things I would do without even kind of going here was to create kind of the pop art element and things really. As you can see, all I've done at the first prompt for the ChatGPT was, what are the 10 most photo to art images I could try in ChatGPT? Ask it the question and you're going to get some results. So let's look at some images to begin with. All right. Let me just kind of bring this back live again for you. Because there's lots of them. It comes up with 10 art styles first, but then, you know, you're either going to be interested in those or you're not. Most of them I'm not, because I'm going to do those in Photoshop anyway. And let's face it, most of what we're going to see is what you could do if you're using a paid app. Remember, this is ChatGPT. It's the free version. So basically, before we got here, my grandsons were basically asking if they can have their own toy figures, and I've kind of created it for them and everything else with it. And then we were just kind of having a little bit of a play about what ideas that we could do. So without adding an image in, I asked GPT to kind of create a toy model, blah, 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 in the similar way that we've been doing, okay, completely away from where we are. However, I asked it to create 3 models based on different figure sizes, ages, color skin, all the super heroes and things. And I won't show you them all, but it's quite funny. And then with actually 3 accessories on the side and some descriptive print. So this is kind of keeping in the same toy kind of idea. And I definitely encourage you to do this with your kids. You know, this is Easter time. Most kids are off school, bit of fun and everything else with it, you know. And instead of hitting the likes of the PlayStations, you know, if you're stuck inside on a miserable day like you can be, then kind of look at kind of creating some fun elements and things. You could base it around them as well. Besides the point. So the first thing I did was kind of take it into the likes of ChatGPT, and I gave it an image, and then I asked it to create a sketch. It does that with ease. And in fact, it does look very, very freehand compared to the likes of if we did it in Photoshop, where we would kind of mimic it and so on with it. And I'm sure if we kind of told it to recreate it again or different images, we're going to get amazing different results the more we train it in the prompt. That's the pencil sketch one. Then I asked it for pop art, and it's given me halftone as well, which is not what I expected, and text. I didn't ask it for text, but one of the things that I was asking it to do was to give me very specific things. So if we kind of come back over to ChatGPT a minute, besides for the 10 of the art styles, you know, the oil painting, watercolor, pencil sketch was the one we just saw now, and basically the pop art, which is here. It's also got impressionistic, digital painting, fantasy, cubism, graffiti, and Japanese ink, which is cool. But then I wanted to know a little bit more about kind of more of a cartoony kind of style. So I just said, what about popular art like anime and caricature? And I couldn't spell it. So basically just put it down and ChatGPT fixes the rest, as it were. And then it came up with animate, which I absolutely love as well. Caricature, which I'm looking for. Pixar, which we'll see, which is really funny. Line art, Cyberpunk, which was my first kind of thing because I hadn't thought about doing the Cyberpunk element. And then Gothic, sticker, Lego, which I'm definitely going to do later. And then obviously a Tom Burton stop motion style and so on with it. There's also some tips that it was giving us here, and I would just kind of follow it through instead of just jumping straight in to create it, especially if you're on the free plan, and you're probably only going to be able to create 3 images in 24 hours unless you're creating extra free accounts. But you just go from there. So I said, okay, create a prompt for a cyberpunk. That was one of the things that it said about, and I hadn't thought about that at all. And what we can see here, it gives us a very, very specific text. So turn this portrait into a highly detailed cyberpunk style digital artwork. Make the subject look like a futuristic city dweller with glowing neon accents, reflective chrome surfaces, and holographic tech. Add a dark urban background with rain, electric the billboards, misty lighting. Emphasize moody blues, purples and neon pinks, soft light, reflections on the face, subtle lens flares, and digital interface overlays in the background. My God. And the subject should be a confident cinematic expression like a hero in a sci-fi film. I've never written the prompt as detailed as that without kind of putting in and call him Mark and call him as seen on TV and all that kind of stuff, all right? Because this is a piece of art. So basically, I did it, and this is, let me just show you what it came up with from that chat prompt. That's using the same image, kind of uploaded with it. I look about 20 years younger, good one. I'm well in my 60s, but I do look pretty cool. And it's followed its element. It's really great. It's free. We haven't used a paid for app. We haven't used a paid for kind of options online. We haven't used Photoshop or whatever it is. I just fed it a photograph and it's done its job, okay? So I was pretty much chuffed with that anyway. Not just because I look 20 years younger and pretty cool, but, you know, an old guy, old fat guy, I should have said, bit of a difference. Next one, in fact, was the Pixar. I'm absolutely amazed by it, to be fair. But before we get to that, let's look at some of the other ones that I was doing off-piste, as it were, even before I asked ChatGPT to kind of create them. So that's the pop art one. Then this was an Andy Warhol style where it kind of gives you the 4-uppers, as it were. I'm not a fan of that one at all. But what we could do is take this image, crop it, chuck it into Photoshop, lay it out in 4, then change the hue and saturation or colors on them, and we'll get a great result. Then the caricature I absolutely love. There's one up in my grandson's room here from myself and my wife and our 2 boys when we were in Florida in the 80s, and I thought, well, you know what, let's just do that kind of thing on 90s. And we did it, and it came up with a great thing. The weird thing is, my studio stand of old, it's basically picked up the name and everything else with it. So it's pretty cool. Anime, absolutely love that. And I've created a variety of these animes now as well, because I absolutely love it with different images and so on with it. Interest in the detail, in fact, on the background lights in the studio and everything else with it and things. I was playing around with comic strips at the time based on a ChatGPT, not really happy with that, but we'll get to that on another film. Then, of course, you saw the Cyberpunk one. That's my wife, Debbie, did it in a kind of a cartoon doll style. This is her Pixar one, which is absolutely, she doesn't look anything like that. So you're seeing it before she is. The only negative is that it's got some of the photographer text wrong, which is just a bit of a shame and things really. And this text prompt is the same as I used here. So transform this portrait into a 3D Pixar style animated character. In fact, I gave it a black and white image. And it turned it into full color and everything else with it. It's not as good, in fact, when I created it from a color image. I'll show you another film with that at another stage and things. So again, a bit of a kind of play around. And what you've all been waiting for, of course, is that's me in Pixar, and I absolutely love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I've never thought about using it before, but again, on about making my day, that kind of made my day, and it was worth I think it was the 2.5 minutes that it took to actually create things really. So anyway, back to the prompts and things. So I've got these prompts below, and I would definitely try those too because I think they're really good. But then I asked it to kind of, as I said, create the Warhol one, which I wasn't pleased with. It gave me an option to do the layout in the grid series with it, and I haven't tried it with that. It already created it by itself, and it kind of created through here and blah, blah, blah. But then I asked it to kind of just list all of the 10 art and the kind of the cartoony kind of styles as well with it and things really. And I would just give it a go because it's some really great results. And while you might have done the toy one a couple of days ago, or a week ago if you're on Academy, you might do a little bit of fun kind of doing the cartoon art and things really. And great for your LinkedIn, great for your social media, and great that you don't have to pay for it. Quids in. See you next time.